Hey, it's Katie, and I just got back from seeing Interstellar. Okay, I was so excited to see this movie, and I didn't get a chance to see it like the day it came out. So reviews have been coming out for it all weekend, and some have been good, some have been bad. I love to make up my own mind when it comes to movies. I don't like to listen to what critics have to say about it. And it's so funny because this movie got so many mixed reviews from at least people that I know. So going into this movie, I was like, okay, I'm not going to listen to anything my friends or family have told me about this movie, and I'm just gonna go in and see it and make up my own mind. So I really enjoyed this movie. I really liked it. I did. First of all, it was a stunning film. Just visually beautiful. The cinematography in this movie was insane. And I know a lot of people don't necessarily think about the cinematography when they go into movies, but I do, and I just thought visually, like, the movie was really beautiful. The way certain things were shot were just like, I was so drawn just visually from it, and then I really enjoyed the story as well. I heard from a few friends of mine that they thought the beginning was really slow and really boring, and I thought the complete opposite. This movie got you thinking. Like, this is a movie that the entire time I was constantly thinking. It's not a movie that you go into and can predict the ending or can know where it's going. And usually I go into a movie and I'm like, this is gonna happen, and I make all these predictions, and in this movie I didn't do that. I was with the movie the entire time, and I couldn't predict what was going to happen, which was awesome for me, and it really gets you thinking, and I really enjoy movies like that. The acting was superb in this movie. There were so many big stars in this movie: Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway, Jessica Chastain. Everyone's performance was incredible. Like, this is a well-acted movie. Definitely gonna have some Oscar noms here. I think the coolest part about seeing this movie in a theater was, at least the theater I was in, my seats were like rumbling, and the sound was turned up just perfect to where you really felt like you were there. So I'm really glad that I saw it in a movie theater. I really enjoyed the whole experience that I wouldn't have been able to get if I waited. For those of you who don't know the plot of this movie, basically Earth can't handle life anymore, so the astronauts have to go see if they can find life elsewhere to take the human race, and that is such a vague overview of the whole movie. I don't want to give anything away, but I do want to say that I didn't realize that this movie was going to be so... there were a lot of fantasy elements to it. Not like Star Wars, but it definitely had elements to it that... God, I can't even explain it. But I do have to say, this movie is not for everyone, which is why half my friends loved it and half of them hated it. It's just not a movie for everyone. If you're not one of those people that like to overthink things or really kind of like think, what if this happened, then this would happen, I definitely think you have to have a big imagination and a lot of creativity. I think to be able to enjoy this movie, you have to be able to think outside of the box. And then I think for the other half of people who don't necessarily like those types of movies, they're probably just like, oh, this is so stupid and boring. But for me, I was just like thinking the entire time. Like, it really draws you in and makes you think like, oh my gosh, if this actually happened, what would we do? And I don't know, it's a movie that gets you thinking. That's all I can really say. So this one was really hard to review because I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I would highly recommend it, but I can also see why people don't like it. So I would highly recommend this movie if you love space, you love fantasy, you love thinking outside of the box, and you have an open mind. Because I really think people are gonna like this movie if you have an open mind to it. And if you're one of those people that are like, nah, I'm not like super into it and I'm not sure whether or not I want to go see it, or you're not that interested, then you could wait until it comes out on DVD or demand, but just know that you're not getting the whole experience, because seeing it in a theater really made me feel like I was in the movie. So on my Katie scale of how much I enjoyed this movie, I'm going to give it a... I think I'm gonna give it like a 4 out of 5 planets. Because I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. But I want to hear from you guys. Have you seen Interstellar yet? Because I really want to know what you guys thought. I'm curious if like half of you are gonna hate it, half of you are gonna love it. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts, and I would love to go into detail about some of the, you know, plot points that I really don't want to spoil in a review. So if you write them in the comments, just make sure you write spoiler and then a couple spaces so you don't ruin the movie for other people. Because let's talk about it. I'm excited. Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.